So I think that the collaborative aspect of Hackaday community is really amazing for the next generation of hardware products. And the reason I think this is because I think we've moved beyond the part of hacking and prototyping as one-offs. We are now able to buy all kinds of modules that can do everything, all the way from like RF to analog to digital to any kind of microprocessor, and many of the pieces of codes to access, like say you want to do 4 analog to digital inputs and you want to like look at temperature, you want to look at humidity, you want to look at sine wave, you want to look at all these different things. And you have the possibility to just grab a module from the Hackaday community, from Hackaday.io, and plug this into your project. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. We're in 2019 now, and this is a time where we are moving forward from hackers being hackers to hackers being product designers. Some of the things that I see that are coming up in hardware, we've been predicting for a really long time. We've been talking about the Internet of Things for forever. So where Internet of Things comes in is it's a mix of both hardware and software engineering, and then of course there's some mechanical and product and industrial engineering mixed in as well. So we're looking at devices that are all the way on the edge, which are things that contain sensors, all the way to where the gateways are. And these are things that are going to be using to solve the world's hardest problems. Like I believe we're going to see things that will solve problems like climate change or the results of climate change, things like fires, things like earthquakes, all the new environmental disasters that are happening. These are going to be, we're going to have a more faster response, more appropriate response because of this combination of hardware and software. This is one of the bigger trends that I see that's happening. And I think this becomes a lot easier because all of the software is widely available on lots of different websites. Hackaday.io is one, GitHub is another one. GitHub is now owned by Microsoft and it's open source. And open source, all this really means is that you are sharing, you are able to share or retrieve somebody else's engineering work. That's all it really means. The community aspect of Hackaday and Hackaday.io is really special. If you don't want to enter the Hackaday Prize, yeah, by commenting, sharing, liking, all the regular ways of engagement, but you can also get involved by sharing a little bit about what you might know. No one engineer knows how to do anything. Any engineer that says that is lying. Like, none of us know how to build the perfect product. You can give feedback, even in the sense of being the user, looking at what someone's designing and offering an opinion about how I might use that better. So I think that the benchmark section of the Hackaday Prize this year is going to be really valuable, because how often do you have the opportunity to develop a product kind of as a prototype, kind of like as a napkin sketch, as an idea, and get feedback from the community. We have never seen something like this before in any of the competitions that exist, to do some kind of analysis, to be designing like some kind of, I'll just use the example of a quantified self thing that you're wearing around your neck to say, monitor your heart arrhythmia, for example. We have never seen the opportunities before where you might be able to contact, say, doctors, people in the medical profession, people who are medical industry designers, and just, these are people who are not even involved with the Hackaday Prize, but it allows the opportunity to ask for product feedback on your specific idea. And I think that is a really valuable thing that the Hackaday Prize is offering this year in 2019. This year's Hackaday Prize also has a production section, which is all about design for manufacturing. And this is another way that if you are not an entrant, you can get involved. Perhaps you're a vendor, perhaps you're someone who manufactures PCBs, perhaps you're an industrial designer, perhaps you're an ergonomics expert. This is your opportunity to get involved, look at what is at an engineer's idea and make it better. This is something that engineers often lack. We lack the ability to stand back from our own great, brilliant ideas about the product and figure out how to make it usable. How is it nice for users? How do you design it for manufacturing so that you can make many of this thing seamlessly without getting caught on just 1 or 2 or 5 prototypes? You have an amazing idea for a product, you have an amazing idea to develop something that can help the world. Why not do it now? This is the time. You're going to get such amazing feedback from the community, from the mentors that we've set up. You have an opportunity to visit the Supply Frame Design Lab. You have so many opportunities to make your product great. And the other part about just putting something out there in documentation is that somebody else might come and decide to collaborate with you. You might end up making a team out of your amazing idea. So do it now.